which test series to go ahead. You please tell us.
She said that we are ready to create an extra vacancy for you. We are ready to take an exceptional approval from the CFO and all.
When you got that president call, or when you qualify with your CA All India Rank 3, how was that moment and how that rank changed your life?
This was my group discussion topic. Lot
On it,
group dis-
like on this you discussed.
Yes, yes. I can say for the interview of HUL, I was asked a question: what is our data turnover ratio and inventory turnover ratio?
Anything you would like to do for CA Fraternity?
But one thing I think that impressed the interviewer was
Hi everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of mini podcast series. And today we have Rishi Malhotra, and he is secured All India Rank 3 with NSCA Finals and currently working as a management trainee with Diageo. So hi Rishi, first of all, how are you, buddy?
Hi Naman, thank you so much. I'm good, doing good. What about you?
All good, all good. Okay, how's going?
It's going good. I've recently started working with Diageo. Yes.
Yeah, I am, updated with through your LinkedIn post what you are doing. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, Rishi, let's begin from beginning. You need to give us a brief intro, like how did you prepare for CA Finals? A bit, if you can explain it to us, and then how did you get into Diageo, everything.
Sure. So, as part of my brief introduction, hello everyone. My name is Rishi Malhotra. I cleared CA final November 23 with an all India rank 3, and I have recently started working with Diageo India in their management trainee role. So, it's going good for now. I did my articleship from KPMG and EY in the statutory audit domain. So, firstly, I would like to explain what exactly is the management trainee role. So, yeah, what basically we have to do in this is there's a particular duration of around 10 months or 12 months, depending upon the company, during which we are rotated into various divisions and functions of the company, going through our cross functional stints. So, I did my commercial stint in Gurgaon, where I was given the on ground market experience, how the alcobev industry actually works. That was for 2 months. Then I worked for next 2 months in their supply function, where I got an understanding of how their supply chain goes through the procurement and the outbound activities that the company undergoes. And currently I'm doing my finance stint, which will most probably convert into my final role, which will be as a manager for their commercial finance business partner. So
So
basically,
like for how long you will be continuing as a management trainee?
so this program is of 10 months. I have already done my 6 months with the company. So next 4 months will also go as a management trainee, and then I will get my final role.
Fantastic, Rishi. Okay, now let's come to your interview experience. Like how many rounds you faced, what technical questions you faced, everything.
So the Azure hires through ICAI campus placements itself. That was not less than a roller coaster for me because I shortlisted 4 companies that were Accenture India, Bosch, Geo Financial Services, and the Azure India. And the interviews clashed, they overlapped. I had just 1 minute of gap between all those four interviews, and it winded up in around an hour because some companies were taking interview for 30 minutes, some were taking for 15 minutes itself. So all of them were overlapping. So I say campus placements are totally unpredictable.
Yeah.
So also the Diageo came with only 2 vacancies, and
Only two vacancies in entire India.
yes.
Oh my.
So
Okay.
by the time my interview ended, there were 2 people who already got the offer letters. So I was a bit sure that I will not be getting, since there were 2 vacancies and 2 people have already accepted it. But fortunately, by the end of the day, when the IC campus placements concluded, I got a call and they said that your application is on hold. Then very next day, I mailed the HR, is there any update on the application? And she said that we are ready to create an extra vacancy for you. We are ready to take an exceptional approval from the CFO and all. Because we don't want to lose
That's
you.
crazy.
So
Yeah.
the 2 vacancies converted into 3, and finally I got a chance to join the company.
Oh, great, yeah. Like you created here a new vacancy for you. Okay. Fantastic. Like what did they ask about? Tell us about your interview experience now.
So interview experience for the first round was a group discussion round, which the topic was, as far as I remember, was very weird because it was somewhat for the audit report of the company. What should a company write, that the standalone financial statements of the company or standalone financial statements for the company? So GD was evolving around off and for. So there was no right or wrong. This was my group discussion topic. The other slot.
No, like on this you discussed.
Yes, yes. The other group discussion topic was around ESG and all, which I think are fair enough to have a topic.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yep. Yeah, that is fair enough.
So that was a group discussion round. Everyone was fighting like cats and dogs in the group discussion. But what they look for is you are giving other people a chance to express their opinion and you are able to express your opinion as well. It's not like the other people are only speaking, you are giving them a chance, but you are not speaking yourself. That is also not correct. And you are only speaking and not giving others a chance. That is also not correct.
Yes.
So group discussion was pretty cool. It happened well. Then the next round was a technical interview round. There were two technical interviews round. The first one was my interview revolved around the internal audit. I don't know why, because I did my audit in statutory audit. I did my articleship in statutory audit, but the interview was in internal audit. I was not sure why. So, but one thing I think that impressed the interviewer was they asked me a question that if there is any loophole in the company, would you tell it to the auditor? And my answer was, if there is any loophole in the company, the auditor who is auditing the financial statements for some time now would already know that the issue is there. And auditor is the only person who will help you sail through, or if you hide him, he's the only person who can create a blunder. So it's better to tell the auditor and take his advice that what can be done. So
Yeah.
this one thing I think that impressed the interviewer. So I was selected. Then there were
That was a smart reply.
yeah, exactly. So the next round was also a technical one, revolved around annual report of the company, what the company is doing and all.
Okay. So basically one JD and two technical.
Yes.
And then you created a new vacancy for yourself. Great, great, great. Now you advise like what are the upcoming freshers who are clearing their CAs and what should they prepare for such, for such corporates for their interviews in JDs and all.
I would like to say that what companies tell everyone who is appearing for the interview is a chartered accountant. They know that you have a technical knowledge, but whether you are actually able to apply the technical knowledge in the practical life, that is the question. Whether you are able to adjust in the company's environment, that is the question. So for all those interviews, there are some basic pointers that I would like to mention that the candidate should be well prepared with. The first one I would like to say is the annual report of the company. You should be thorough with the annual report. I can say for the interview of HUL, I was asked the question, what is our data turnover ratio and inventory turnover ratio? That is totally yes, that was totally unexpected. I went to the annual report, but I was able to recall the number of what is the debtors, what is the inventory in the books. But
Okay, but they were not asking the formula, they were asking their ratio of this.
yes, exactly. The last debtor turn.
One can expect this, yeah.
So you should be very thorough with what the company is undergoing. Like the talk of the town is HUL acquired minimalist. So if you are appearing for the interview of HUL or for the minimalist, this is one thing that you should be aware of. Also, if you're appearing for the interview of any competitor company, you should be aware about why HUL acquired minimalist and is there any acquisition opportunity for the company that you are interviewing for.
Yeah, basically what's the current affair going for that?
Current affairs, exactly. Other than that, you should be thorough with your articleship, your client understanding, uh, what the client is doing, how you added value auditing the company. One basic question that I was asked in almost all interviews were, is there any, can you mention 3 pointers which you found in a company while auditing their financial statements and how you resolved them? So you can't say just basic issues that invoices are not available. That is not that the interview is asking for. So you have to identify how you added value, how you were creating value being the part of the audit team. Like for the entity that I was auditing, the 3 issues that I mentioned was one, there was a cybersecurity incident that happened because of which their systems crashed and they were not able to sell their products. So I took an advice from the in-house cybersecurity team how this can be resolved. So this was one issue. The second one was the incorrect recognition of revenue that the company was undergoing, and which led to a reversal of revenue. And the third one was inaccurate distribution of other expenses into its various heads. So these were the 3 pointers that I mentioned as the 3 issues that I personally identified and how I helped them resolve.
So basically every answer should have a weight, It should not like that. Okay, invoice were missing, so I
Yes. Help should be able to quantify.
now. If you tell me, when you got that president call, or when you qualify with your CA All India Rank 3, how was that moment and how that rank changed your life?
So to be very honest, I was expecting a rank 1, 2, 3. I was expecting 1 to be very specific. So
Okay.
a day before I resigned,
I don't know how you guys are so confident, yeah. When I appeared for my CA finals, it was like either it will be pass or fail. You were saying I was expecting number one. And fantastic, yeah. That's I like your confidence. Okay, go ahead.
that is just because we did all the modules. I went through ICAI modules in detail. I appeared for the mock test. I was getting good scores in mock tests. So ICAI will not test anything outside the modules, of course. And when I was giving the exam, I was for sure that what I'm writing is from the module only and it has to be correct. So this gave me confidence that I can expect a rank.
Fantastic. Sorry to interrupt. Now, which test series you give? Okay, I received so many DMs in LinkedIn. Which test series to go ahead? You please tell us. Which test series you appeared for and how was it?
I appeared for VSI mock test series because those were scheduled ones and happened between 2 to 5 p.m., which is the actual ICAI examination time. And the copies will not be checked if you do it after a day or later than 5:30 or 6. So I think the advantage of giving VSI mock test series for me was their fixed schedules and the questions that they give was not only from the ICA modules, but actually they gave some additional questions as well, which tested our practical knowledge, whether we are able to apply what we studied uh, if some new question appears in the exam.
Okay. Okay. VSS Vidyasagar Institute, Jaipur.
Yes, with the Sagar Institute, Jaipur. And their personalized guidance.
As for OPS, like I think they conduct only offline.
No, they conducted through offline and online as well. I gave all my mock tests from home itself because
Oh,
I have to save my travel time going to VSI and then coming
yeah.
back home. So I preferred giving it from home. If you are a person who can manage time, who is honest to yourself, I would suggest if you can give it from home or you can go and give it offline as well.
Fantastic. Okay. Now, yeah, continue with that answer of CA President call.
Yes. So on day before my result, I was expecting a rank 1. So I turned on my call recording because I was expecting call from the president. The next day before the results, 15 minutes before the result, as soon as I got a call from an unknown number, I was sure that it's the president call, but the name on the true caller mentioned the name of some other person who was not the president.
Okay.
I picked the call and he said whether it's Rishi Malhotra. But yes. And then he transferred the call to the president, who then informed me that you have gotten all in a rank 3. Uh, After that call, that was a moment of joy, of course, and happiness. All those efforts that we did while studying actually came into results, better results. And then the very first thing I did was to inform my parents, of course, that I have gotten rank. But the number uh, from which I received the call was not of the president. The name of on the true caller was not of the president. So I was still expecting that this can be a prank call as well. So let's not inform others until and unless it's actually out. So when the results came, I actually checked what actually happened, and it was all in rank 3. So that was a moment of joy. Turning on the call recording, I still have that, and it still gives me goosebumps. I have the call recording of all the calls that I had during the day, and even if I start any of the call, every person to whom I talked with was full of joy, was full of like the efforts came into reality.
Exactly. All those sleepless nights, everything. Everything that moment changes everything. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. A lot of respect that I get from people, and now since I'm in Bangalore, my office is a floor above the EY office. So now also in lift, if I see any CA articles, some of them still identify me. They come and meet me as well. The place where I am staying, there are a lot of CA articles staying there as well, and they come to me with a lot of hope that whatever he's saying should be right because you have undergone everything that we are still undergoing. So there's a lot of respect that people give to you. They look up to you with a kind of like you will be adding some value to what they are doing, and you will be providing some correct direction if they are going in any wrong direction.
Exactly. Exactly. And does rank give a edge in your campus placements also, right?
Yes, I would like to say because Diageo had only CA rankers, but for rankers there are other companies that come through off campus. They pay a better package what the rankers get through ICAI campus placements, because ICAI campus placements there's some criteria that on the premier day you have to give 20 LPA plus, but that is the CTC. Even if you say that I got the highest package, that's not actually the highest because the fixed component is much lesser. Some companies include ESOPs, some companies even include insurance of 5 to 8 lakh just to inflate their CTC so as to come up on the premier day.
Crazy, crazy. Hmm.
So the off-campus opportunities are much beneficial for CA rankers. There's some placement agencies, Fast Careers, Phenom Placements, CMO, through which the companies for rankers come. And
I think consulting profile also looks for anchors only.
yes, most probably they look for rankers, but it's not like you will not be able to get or you will not be able to get into those companies, or you will not be able to get a better package if you are not a ranker. That's not a case because when I appeared for ICA campus placement, D show also came and they were giving around 32 LPA for the Delhi campus. And they shortlisted one candidate, as far as I remember, who was a non-ranker as well. She joined the company. So it's not like if you are a ranker, you will get a higher package. That's not the case for sure. That is
Yeah, so it will be a like. So if you're a ranker, you'll obviously have an edge over others. But if you are smart enough without rank, you can get anything.
exactly.
Okay, so Rishi, that was a very fruitful discussion. One thing before ending this podcast, anything you would like to do for CA Fraternity?
Yes, I would like to say that there are a lot of CA students who don't get the personalized guidance because there are a lot of my friends, they are studying from home. They are not in touch with their friends of other backgrounds or even of the CA backgrounds, and they don't know whether we are going in the right direction or not. So I receive a lot of messages on LinkedIn from people asking that how should we actually study, and I respond to each one of them because I think I was in the same place when I was preparing for my exams. And though the CA faculties are already there who are able to provide you a guidance, but not a personalized one. So this is one thing that I would like to say I can do for this upcoming CA students, that I can provide them a personalized guidance if they want. I'm available on LinkedIn. They can text me if they want any guidance of how to start studying, or if they're not able to cope up with the lectures because of their articleship. So I think this is one thing that I would like to do for the CA fraternity.
That's great, yeah, that you are willing so much, willing to give so much time to the upcoming CA students for their backup career. That's fantastic.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Okay, now since you have started this conversation, now please, if you can tell us in 1 or 2 minutes, like, how to manage exam leaves. The last question of me to you. If you are planning for a run from day one, how your exam leaves should go, like of 6 months. Give me a broad timetable.
I would like to break it into two questions. If you are preparing for rank from day one, it's not the exam leaves that you should, that the day one should not be the first day of your exam leave. That should be the first day of your articleship. You should start completing your classes as soon as possible before your exam leaves anyhow. Classes should not be deferred to be completed during your exam leaves. Coming up to your exam leaves duration, you should plan it accordingly that you are able to at least appear for 3 to 4 mock tests. And mock test in somehow will help you revise the subject. I am a kind of person, I'm not able to grasp some topic in one go itself. I need to go through it multiple number of times, then only I will able to recollect it. Even if I give 4 mock tests and if I don't recall it a day before my exam, I doubt that I will be able to recall it during the exam day as well. So revising the concepts multiple number of times will surely help, and appearing for the mock test is a must. I gave around 4 mock test series, and the concept of VSI is. I would like to mention one thing. I received a lot of queries where in one of my interview I mentioned that I did 20 revisions. So
20.
yes, so a lot of people are asking me, how are you able to complete those 20 revisions? I appeared for 4 mock test series, and the concept of VSI is that you complete, if the first series is of 10 days, you complete your course in around 4 to 5 days and then revise it for the remaining duration of around 5 days that is left with you.
Hmm.
So if you're able to complete it in 4 to 5 days, the next lot of 5 days you will be able to complete it in 3 days, and the remaining 2 days you will be able to revise it once again. So in one test, you are already revising the concept thrice. Not in detail, you are not able to revise it thrice in detail. The in detail revision will of course be the first one itself, but the remaining 2 or 3 revision that you are writing to your first test itself will be an overview or a brush up of all the concepts.
Okay.
So this is how the VSI plans its mock test series, and I think helped me when I was preparing for my CA exams.
Okay.
So in detail revisions that happened were around 4 to 5, but I was able to brush up the concepts multiple number of times, which the number is 20. It's not I was able to do the detailed revision 20 number of times. That's not possible to do it in 6 months. So in detail revision was around 4 to 5, but the brushing up happened multiple number of times. Even one day before the exam, I was able to revise the notes twice, I guess. So this had to be during my exam day as well, because I was able to plan it accordingly during my study leave itself. I knew that I'm able to revise it in a day, the full course, 100% course in a day. So a day before exam, I was able to do it twice.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, that's the strategy one needs to make before entering in those days. Otherwise, if you don't make any plan, it will go in haphazardly. Then a day before exam, if flies, what to do?
Exactly.
All right, Rishi, thank you so much for being bearing me so long, and thank you for sparing time for this podcast. And anybody in the audience has, even Rishi has, advice that he wants to help the upcoming CS parents in planning and all. So you can reach him or me on our LinkedIn. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Naman, for inviting me.